Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Bo Chen.
I'm Nimikon.
I'm Ven Chan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you a part of A Tale of Two Cities, Book the Third, Golden Thread.
S.
L.
A Tale of Two Cities, Book the Third, Golden Thread. Charles Dickens. Top 9. The game made Sec 4. A trading boat, with the sail of the softened colour of a dead leaf, then glided into his view, floated by him, and died away. Vista. Worry was already out when he got back, and it was easy to surmise where the good old man was gone. Sidney Carton drank nothing but a little coffee, ate some bread, and having washed and changed to refresh himself, went out to the place of trial. The court was all astir and abuzz, when the black sheep of Many fell away from Indri pressed him into an obscure corner among the crowd. Vista. Laurie was there, and Dr. Minette was there. She was there, sitting beside her father, when her husband was brought in. She turned to look upon him, so sustaining, so encouraging, so full of admiring love and pitying tenderness, yet so courageous for his sake, that it called the healthy blood into his face, brightened his glance, and animated his heart. If there had been any eyes to notice the influence of her look on Sidney Carton, it would have been seen to be the same influence exactly. Before that unjust tribunal, there was little or no order of procedure, ensuring to any accused person any reasonable hearing. There could have been no such revolution if all laws, forms, and ceremonies had not first been so monstrously abused that the suicidal vengeance of the revolution was to scatter them all to the winds. Every eye was turned to the jury. The same determined patriots and good Republicans as yesterday and the day before, and tomorrow and the day after. Eager and prominent among them, one man with a craving face, and his fingers perpetually hovering about his lips, whose appearance gave great satisfaction to the spectators. A life-thirsting, cannibal-looking, bloody-minded German, the Jacques III of Street, on time. The whole jury, as the jury of dogs impanelled to try the deer. Every eye then turned to the 5 judges and the public prosecutor. No favourable leaning in that quarter today. I felt uncompromising, murderous business meaning there. Every eye then saw some other eye in the crowd, and gleamed at it approvingly, and heads nodded at one another, before bending forward with a strained attention. Charles Evermond, called Darnay. released yesterday. Were accused and were taken yesterday. Indictment delivered to him last night. Suspected and denounced enemy of the Republic. Aristocrat. One of a family of tyrants. One of a race prescribed. For that they had used their abolished privileges to the infamous oppression of the people. Charles of Vermont. Called Darnay. In right of such prescription. Absolutely dead in law. To this effect, in as few words, the public prosecutor, the President asked, was the accused openly denounced or secretly? 3 voices. Ernest Defarge, 1 Vanjove Street. A great uproar took place in the court, and in the midst of it, Dr. Manette was seen, pale and trembling, standing where he had been seated. President, I indignantly protest to you that this is a forgery and a fraud. You know the accused to be the husband of my daughter. My daughter, and those due to her, are far dearer to me than my life. Citizen Manette, be tranquil. To fail in submission to the authority of the tribunal would be to put yourself out of all. Loud acclamations hailed this rebuke. The President rang his bell, and with warmth resumed. If the Republic should demand of you the sacrifice of your child herself, you would have no duty but to sacrifice her. Listen to what is to follow. Frantic acclamations were again raised. Dr. Manette sat down, with his eyes looking around, and his lips trembling. His daughter drew closer to him. The craving man on the jury rubbed his hands together, and restored the usual hand to his mouth. Defarge was produced. When the court was quiet enough to admit of his being heard, and rapidly expanded the story of the imprisonment, and of his having been a mere boy in the doctor's service, and of the release, and of the state of the prisoner when released and delivered to him. This short examination followed, for the court was quick with its work. Ere, an excited woman screeched from the crowd, "You were one of the best patriots there." Why not say so? You were a cannoneer that day there, and you were among the first to enter the accursed fortress when it fell. It was the Vengeance who, amidst the warm commendations of the audience, this assisted the proceedings. The President rang his bell. But the Vengeance, warming with encouragement, shrieked, "I defy that bell," wherein she was likewise much commended. "I know," said Defarge, looking down at his wife, who stood at the bottom of the steps on which he was raised. looking steadily up at him. I knew that this prisoner, of whom I speak, had been confined in a cell known as 105, North Tower. I knew it from himself. He knew himself by no other name than 105, North Tower, when he made shoes under my care. As I served my gun that day, I resolved, when the place shall fall, to examine that cell. It falls. I mounted the cell with a fellow citizen who was one of the jury, directed by a gaoler. I examine it very closely. In a hole in the chimney, where a stone has been worked out and replaced, I find dirt and paper. This is that written paper. I have made it my business to examine some specimens of the writing of Dr. on it. This is the writing of Dr. Minute. In a dead silence and stillness of the prisoner under trial looking lovingly at his wife only looking from him to look with solicitude at her father. Dr. Minute keeping his eyes fixed on the reader. Madame Defarge never taking hers from the prisoner. Defarge never taking his from his feasting wife. And all the other eyes there intent upon the doctor, who saw none of them as paper was read, as follows. To be continued.